Opening day is here. Opening day is here.
You are Locked On Yankees, your daily New York Yankees podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On Yankees, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thank you for making us your first listen every day. I'm Stacey Gotsulias. Coming up on today's show, Jordan Montgomery is finally going somewhere, but it's not New York. The Yankees have two guys in their organization with fractured orbital bones. How does that even happen? The Yankees made a last-minute trade to improve the infield and the bench. But first, as I said in the opening day is here. Yay! So if you're new to the show, welcome. Happy opening day. It's finally upon us. Is it really finally upon us? It feels like the offseason flew by, but also felt like forever. I don't know. But anyway, if you're new to the show, as I said at the top, I'm Stacey Gotsulias. I've been hosting this show since 2018. In case you need to know what my credentials are, I started writing about the Yankees 13 years ago. Yeah, 13 years ago. I've written for places like ESPN, Baseball Prospectus, the Hardball Times, and I'm a born and bred Yankee fan. And I even have a tattoo. I think that's the most credential anyone needs. A Yankee tattoo somewhere on their body. So enough of the introducing. Here we are. It's opening day. It's finally here. Hallelujah. I can't believe it's here. And because MLB likes to torture Yankee fans, the Yankees have to open up with a 4-game series in Houston, everyone's favorite place. Anyway, Nestor Cortes will be facing off against Framber Valdez. That rhymes. Cortes had a disappointing 2023. We all know this. Injuries limited him to 12 starts. He was 5-2, but his ERA was almost 5 at 4.97. And the season before that, he was 12-4 with a 2.44 ERA in 28 starts. So let's hope we see even year Nestor and not odd year Nestor. As for Valdez, he was 12-11 with a 3.45 ERA in 31 starts in 2023. He also had 200 strikeouts in 98 innings. Both of them are lefties, so fun time for all. And I don't think this is exactly what either team envisioned for opening day, because obviously the Yankees would have preferred to have Garrett Cole as the opening day starter. He's been the opening day starter lately, but he won't be with the Yankees for a while. And Justin Verlander is also injured. And I'm assuming the Astros probably would have had him as the opening day starter just because he's the veteran. He's been around forever. And, you know, he's their grandfathered in ace. And I mean that in two ways, because he's, no offense, he's baseball old at this point. So it's just going to be an interesting matchup on opening day, because it's not exactly marquee between Cortes and Valdez. What are you going to do? They both have small sample sizes against each team. Jose Abreu has the most at-bats against Nestor, 10 of them. He's batting .300 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Jose Altuve has faced Cortes 7 times and has 2 home runs against him. Jose Trevino has faced Valdez the most, and he doesn't have a hit in 9 at-bats against him. Gleyber Torres and Giancarlo Stanton each have 8 at-bats against Valdez. Each of them have a home run against Valdez, and Stanton is actually 4 for 8 against him, batting .500, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's the preview, right? I mean, I have no idea what the lineup is, because as you all know, if you're an insider or an everydayer, you know that I record the night before, so I'm recording this on Wednesday night. We don't know what the lineup is. But I'll tell you what I hope the lineup is, or a couple of versions. I have a couple of versions for you. Okay. This also has to do with the Yankees made a trade. We're going to talk about it in segment 2. So that person will be in the lineup, but I'm not going to name him yet. You know who it is. If you were around on Wednesday, you know who it is. So anyway, I would like to see, and I know I'll get flack for this, but I don't care. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Gleyber, Stanton, Verdugo, Trevino, and the new guy. That's my number one lineup, my A lineup that I'd like to see. Or Glaber, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Verdugo, Trevino, the new guy, Volpe. Or Volpe and the new guy switched 8-9. Maybe. We'll see. Let me know below what you think of those lineups, what your ideal lineup will be or would be for opening day. The Yankees have won 5 of their last 7 regular season meetings against the Astros, but as you know, and as everyone knows, and as everyone loves to remind us, the Yankees always lose to the Astros in the playoffs. The wild card game in 2015, the ALCS in 2017, 2019, 2022. Which one of those stings the most for you? I'll tell you right now, it's 2017 for me. I loved that team. I adored 2017's team. I feel like there was a new hero every game, and sometimes it was someone you weren't expecting to be the hero, and they were just so much fun. Really, and unexpected too, especially with the way they went down to Cleveland in the first series and came back to win. And they just had that feeling. I don't know. I really thought they were going to make it to the World Series. Of course, we know why they didn't make it to the World Series. Anyway, 2019 was just annoying the way it ended with the walk-off, especially with DJ tying it and then the walk-off happening so quickly. And then 2022, let's not even talk about 2022. So back to this series, I will do a full in-depth preview for the rest of the weekend on Friday's show, along with Fan Mail Friday. But just so you know, opening day on Yes, game starts at 4:10. Apple TV Plus on Friday night. Fox on Saturday night. That's a 7:15 start. And then back on Yes for Sunday afternoon's game. That's a 2:10 Eastern start. Again, as I said, I will go more in depth with the pitching matchups and everything else on Friday's show. And in case you missed it, I will be going live on YouTube later today after the game. So no matter what happens, win or lose, I'll be on YouTube shortly after the game ends. Hopefully we'll be talking about good results and not bad results. So if you want to join me and hang out and commiserate, we'll have some fun live on YouTube. And it'll go up as a show also. So if you can't make it to YouTube and you just want to listen to me answering questions from people and chatting with people, that audio version will be up later in the day on Thursday or maybe early Friday morning. And speaking of good results, because I said, hey, if it's good results, we'll have good things to talk about. The Yankees are 82-40-1 all time on opening day, and that includes winning 6 of their last 7 openers. So the odds are good that they could win the game. You never know. And like I said, they've won the last 5 out of 7 in the regular season against the Astros. So they seem to have better luck against them in the regular season than they do in the playoffs. So they could walk away with a victory today. That'd be great. So don't forget to reply to the pinned comment on our videos Monday through Thursday. Today's the last day if you want to have your questions answered for Fan Mail Friday. Or you can join the Locked On Insiders Club. The link is in the description. You'll get texts from me, and you can text me questions. For Fan Mail Friday, text me episode suggestions, segment suggestions, whatever you want. There's a 14-day free trial. So coming up next, the Yankees make a trade and help themselves in 2 ways. If you're looking for tickets for just about anything, check out the app GameTime. GameTime is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and shows near you. Baseball in New York is, for the Mets, it's coming up this weekend, and for the Yankees, it's next week. And GameTime already has flash deals for the Yankees home opener and that first weekend series against the Blue Jays. And GameTime has deals on tickets right up to moments before your event starts and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. So if you decide to go to the home opener at 12:30 for the 105 start, you can. You can also find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for basketball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. For a limited time, all users can get $20 off any MLB purchase of $150 or more in the GameTime app with code FIRSTPITCH. Terms apply. That's code FIRSTPITCH for $20 off from March 25th to April 14th only. Download GameTime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Welcome back. Are you watching Fox Sports or ESPN on your TV all day? Do you have to turn down the volume with all that shouting? Hit the switch to Locked On Sports today, a free 24/7 sports streaming channel programmed for you every day to be the biggest stories without all the screaming. Locked On Sports today brings you can't-miss analysis, opinions, and news, streaming 24/7 on YouTube or the free Amazon Fire TV channels app, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So as I mentioned, the Yankees made a trade on Wednesday, and it helps them in two ways. They traded prospect John Cruz to the Marlins for infielder Jon Berti. They also sent catcher Ben Rortvedt to the Rays, who sent a prospect named Shane Sasaki to the Marlins. So it was a 3-team deal. It solved the Yankees' too many catchers problem. It also solved the infielder problem they have with DJ LeMahieu out, and they add a speedy dude in Berti who can play third, short, and second base. This is actually a pretty good move. I feel like this is going to be one of those good sneaky moves that people didn't expect the Yankees to do, and it kind of came out of nowhere. And, you know, most people who root for the Yankees are like, who's Jon Berti? I'll tell you, he's 34 years old. He's been playing for a while. He doesn't hit the cover off the ball. He's not known for his power, but he played in 133 games last season for the Marlins, and he hit .294 with 7 home runs. The year before that, he led the league in steals, like the entire league in steals. He had 41, which is kind of funny to think about, that 41 steals led the league when you think about guys like Ricky Henderson and other guys from way back in the day who could steal bases every 5 seconds. As for the prospect that the Yankees gave away, Cruz is extremely young. He's only 18. And the Yankees got a major leaguer for him. And it's good for them also because they were able to deal Rortvedt, and they got something back for Cruz, but also for Rortvedt in the 3-way deal. And I believe that Rortvedt was out of options, so the Yankees could have lost him to waivers. So at least they got something out of this, and he's able to go to another team and help them out. And he'll probably be a pain in the butt on the Rays, like the rest of the guys who joined the Rays. Remember G-Man Choi? He played for the Yankees, and then he always seemed to do something against the Yankees when he was on the Rays. So good for Ben Rortvedt. Hopefully he'll play a little more with the Rays. And again, this solves a couple of problems for the Yankees. So when I was talking about the lineup, I figure Berti, if he's playing, which I assume they'll stick him at third, possibly for opening day. I mean, who knows? They might put Oswaldo Cabrera there, but if they put Berti in the lineup, I would probably expect him to be 8 or 9, depending on where they put Volpe. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm always wrong. So don't hold me to that, but it could be that. Oh, yes, this is interesting to me. Okay, so Fangraphs had their positional rankings and organizational rankings and all that stuff. They have the Yankees rotation ranked at 12 in baseball. Now, considering they lost Garrett Cole, considering that Carlos Rodon and Nestor Cortes are huge question marks, that's pretty impressive, right? 12. They believe that Stroman will lead the rotation in volume during Cole's absence. And they also think that if things go right for the Yankees, that the rotation could move up into the top 10 of the rankings during the season. So again, Cortes, Rodon, Stroman, Schmidt, number 4, and Luis Gil, your 5th starter. So interesting. I think that's interesting. I would have expected them to be lower, but I don't know. Oh, speaking of that, the other day I mentioned the baseball reference predicting the Yankees to be 72 and 90. This is what happened. They based it on the last 100 games that the teams played. So, of course, the Yankees are going to be awful because they were not great in the last 100 games of 2023. So that would explain why they're ranked that. Well, yeah, that's why they have them in last place, because they were awful in the last 100 games of 2023. But that's the fine print to that. So that's how that projection happened. So I don't know why you would do something like that, but yeah, so that explains that whole thing. So that's why Baseball Reference thinks they're going to be 72 and 90 because of how bad they were in the last 100 games of 2023. So that makes sense. I still don't agree with it, obviously, because I feel like the Yankees are going to do a lot better than 72 and 90. I still don't think they're going to do as well as the 92.7. So that works out to 93 that Baseball Prospectus predicted. But I feel like, 88, 89, maybe. We'll see. Now, this is weird. Okay, so the other night in Mexico, Oscar Gonzalez fractured his right orbital bone. In the game, he fouled a ball off his face. And now it turns out that York Vivas also fractured his orbital bone. They said he had a facial contusion the other night, Monday. It happened in Tampa. And then they took the x-rays and found out that he fractured his left orbital bone. I want someone I know who looks these things up, because there are people on Twitter who look up stats and weird, quirky facts about teams. This has to be extremely uncommon for an organization to have two players break their orbital bones on the same day and different ones. Like, that's just really odd and scary, because that's bad. I remember AJ Burnett fouled a ball off his face and broke his orbital bone too. So, Vivas has since been discharged from the hospital, but it appears that he will probably be on Scranton's 7-day injured list to start the season. And Gonzalez will also probably start off the year in AAA. He was taken to the hospital in Mexico City, examined, and released. So again, that's weird, right? That's weird that happened to both of them. I've never heard anything like that happening before. It's not as rare as the one person in Neptune, New Jersey that won the $1 billion, Powerball or Mega Millions this week. Unbelievable. Coming up next, Jordan Montgomery gets a deal from the Diamondbacks, a deal every other team in baseball could have made but did not. And one final thought before the first game of the 2024 regular season. PrizePicks is North America's largest daily fantasy sports platform. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS because it's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of other players, you pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you watch the winnings roll in. Now, I decided to give it a go earlier this week. I picked Clark Schmidt to get more than 4.5 strikeouts, and he got 6. I also picked Kevin Gossman to get more than 3.5, and he finished with 5. And I was very excited because I didn't think I'd get both correct. I figured I'd get one correct, but I didn't think I'd get both. Now, you can also pick more than or less than on first inning runs for baseball, but I thought strikeouts would be easier to predict, and I was right. By the way, if you're into the NBA, you can pick more than or less than on everything from 3-pointers made to turnovers committed. So download the app today and enter code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, that's code LOCKEDONMLB, all one word, all lowercase letters, to get that first deposit match up to $100. Join PrizePicks today. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Locked On has launched the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube, and now it's also available on Amazon Fire TV in the free Fire TV Channels app. Locked On Sports Today is here for you 24/7, covering the top sports stories of the day with the local experts of Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Find Locked On Sports Today, now available in the free Fire TV Channels app. So Jordan Montgomery is going to be an Arizona Diamondback. It's a one-year deal, $25 million, has a vesting option for a second year that could also be worth $25 million. That's per Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic. So you're telling me that no other team could have made that deal with Jordan Montgomery? What in the collusion is going on around here, Batman? And I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but this offseason and the deals that the big free agents have had to settle for are really odd. Something's going on. And the fact that there are still so many guys that aren't signed yet, and baseball starts tomorrow. Well, all right, technically it started in Seoul, but really it starts tomorrow. I don't understand what's going on. It seems really, really fishy to me. Even fishier than what's happening in LA with Ohtani. But we won't get into that. Anyway, Montgomery last season for the Cardinals and Rangers, 32 combined starts for both teams. He posted a 3.20 ERA with 166 strikeouts, 48 walks. He threw 188 and 2/3 innings. For his career, his ERA is 3.41. And he's made 141 appearances across 7 Major League Baseball seasons. Now, I wasn't exactly clamoring for the Yankees to bring back Monty. I mean, all right. I would have liked it. I wasn't sitting here going, you have to get him, you have to get him. But I would have liked for it to happen. But I also understand that he was not happy with what the Yankees had said about him when they traded him to the Cardinals, and you know, the way they made it seem like he wasn't good enough to be on the in the playoff rotation. And then look what he did for Texas. He helped them win a World Series last season. So I understand he was probably a little salty about how the Yankees got rid of him, but they couldn't make that deal. Hal is so strapped that, you know, oh, God forbid the luxury tax kicks in. He can't make a 1-year, $25 million deal for Jordan Montgomery. And of course, the reports say that the Yankees were in talks with him, or something was going on and they tried to make an offer. Anyway, what else is happening? Oh, right. The Dodgers signed Will Smith to a 10-year extension worth $140 million. And because it's the Dodgers, some of it is deferred from 2034 to 2043, because that's all the Dodgers seem to do. It seems like all of their contracts are deferred. And why does it seem like the Dodgers are the only ones doing this? Why can't other teams do that as well? I don't understand what's going on in baseball. It's very strange to me. Let me know below if you think it's as weird as I think it is, because it just, I don't know. I mean, I still can't believe there are still so many players. I think there's like 6 or 7, you know, well-known guys who still have not signed anywhere, and baseball starts today, technically. So that's just, I don't know, something's going on. Something weird is going on with the owners. Because again, 1 year, $25 million, all 30 teams could have made that deal with Jordan Montgomery. And the fact that it didn't happen until the week of opening day is ludicrous. So before I end the show, I have one final thought. We're here. Opening day is here. Happy opening day. We made it. I just want to thank you all for the support so far this year, and preemptively for the support that you will show me during the season. I appreciate you all. I think we'll have fun this season, and I think the Yankees are going to be better than people expect them to be. I think they'll hold their heads above water while Cole is out, I hope. But yeah, no, I feel like it could be one of those years that surprises us in a good way. Not like 2023, which surprised us in a bad way, but I think that maybe this could be one of those years, maybe not exactly like 2017, But wouldn't that be nice? Because that was a surprising year. And I would like to see the 2024 team surprise us in that way. Of course, I would like to see the 2024 team actually make it into the World Series and not lose in the ALCS. And please, for the love of God, if they do make the ALCS, please have it be against someone other than the Astros. Baseball gods, if you're listening to me, please, because I can't take that again. Let me know below if you feel the same way as me. Or are you of the thought that you want them to face the Astros because you finally want them to get over that hump and slay the proverbial dragon, like finally get that out of the way? Part of me kind of wants that, but the other part of me really, I don't think I can handle another 7-game series with the Astros. I don't know. But let me know below what you think. Would you rather them face the Astros and get over that hump, or would you rather them face someone else and get into the World Series that way? I want to know. I'm curious. Oh, and in case you missed it, Garrett Cole did some modeling for a magazine. I'm assuming he did this before he was injured. And I will insert the pictures. I hope I don't get in trouble for inserting the pictures, but he looks pretty spiffy. And Aaron Judge is going to be in a cartoon. And what else is happening? There's a lot of stuff happening with the Yankees. So yeah, let's start this year. Let's start it off right. Start it off with a win. And again, tonight, live on YouTube, I'm doing a stream after the game, no matter what happens, win or lose. So join me if you'd like to. We'll hang out. We'll commiserate. It'll be fun. And one more time, don't forget to join the Locked On Yankees Insiders Club. There's a link in the description below and a 14-day free trial. You get texts from me. You can text me questions. And speaking of questions, leave them under the pinned comment below. It's the last day you can do that because it's Thursday for Fan Mail Friday. And if you join the Insiders Club, you get priority. If you leave questions on YouTube, I'll still read them. I'll do that solid for you. So that's going to do it for this edition of Locked On Yankees. I'm Stacey Gotsoulias. Thank you for watching, and I will see you either later tonight for the live stream or tomorrow for Fan Mail Friday.